Welcome to Reality Tea Times 2, the podcast where we discuss all the trash reality TV we love to hate. I'm Tanika. And today we are going to be discussing the final episode of Love in Paradise for this season. But before we do, we're going to prolong it a little bit and do some hot goss. So, this particular piece of hot goss, I've been hearing the rumors about this couple not being together, but it seems like that might be actually true. But this article came to my attention because it was more about her kids. And then I saw that. So let's get to it. So Jasmine shared a major update on her son, Wanse, amid rumors of the breakup between her and Jada. And she took to Instagram to share a video of Wanse preaching at church. Jasmine wrote, quote, "At the age of 10, Wanse expressed his dream of becoming a pastor," adding, quote, "Now at the age of 12, he's preaching at church about the gospel." Jasmine appeared to be happy about her son's progress and thanked the Heavenly Father for guiding him. However, she did seem to receive a mixed reaction from 90 Day Fiancé fans because of her controversial on-screen personality. Although I don't know what it has to do with anything, mind you, but so is this true? Are they not together? I guess we'll find out. I mean, there are the rumors that that they are on Last Resort, but I guess we'll see. That's that. So next, this is kind of more, I haven't been following the show The GOAT by any means possible, but it does look like we have two Bachelor alums fighting. So for those who do watch The GOAT, I'm sure you know about this already. For those who don't, here we go. So in a People exclusive, on June 27th, the clip of finale of The GOAT, Tayshia Adams confronts her fellow Bachelor Nation member, Joe whatever, grocery store Joe, despite him trying to play it cool. And you could see in the clip her saying, he says, "How are you doing?" And she snaps back, "Oh, we're doing this." And that causes Mr. Joe, grocery store Joe, or ex grocery store Joe, to get real, saying, quote, "Listen, let's just call it what it is. We are playing a game." Which, yeah, you are. You are playing a game. That's the whole point of the game, I'm assuming, right? But Tayshia didn't expect that. She says, "We said we had each other's back. And what was the first thing I did the second I found out everyone was voting for you? So I guess you vote for the person you want to get up. I had the decency to come to you and say, this is what's happening. I went against every single female here. Do you not understand that?" I mean, who cares about that? But anyways, the California native proceeds to explain how Joe could get her vote. "If the GOAT is being a master manipulator and a liar, then yes, I'll vote for you." Joe didn't really mind that, saying, but it kind of is, so I did the best I could. And she ends off by saying, "You are something. I tell you, you know what? You are perfect for reality television. You eat everything up." Well, he was on reality television. Ma'am, so are you. And you were, so. Joe simply replies with a "thank you" before he and Adams go their separate ways. When speaking to people ahead of the GOAT's premiere, Joe said that he saw Tayshia as an ally when he first arrived at GOAT Manor. Jesus Christ. Seeing Tayshia right away was very comforting, especially since we had done a podcast together. And that first day on reality show, any show, it's overwhelming and you're in your head. It's hard to not feel a little uncomfortable. I think everyone feels a little out of the loop. So seeing someone that I was friends with and I knew was definitely comforting. Despite Tayshia winning the first daily challenge and being named the initial GOAT, Tayshia got voted out in the second episode and Joe voted for her. Yikes, there it is. Tayshia told people that she thought the GOAT wouldn't be as stressful as any of the Bachelor franchise shows that she appeared on, saying, quote, "I'm like, oh, it can't be that bad, except for I'm crying on every episode. I thought this was going to be the easy show, but I'm not gonna lie, I would probably be Bachelorette again instead of doing this show, basically. It's just a show, y'all. Don't be so serious with it. Don't end friendships over it. You know what I mean? But yeah, like, I don't understand what she's mad about. If he's playing the game well, he's playing the game well. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Anyway, yeah, it's a show that I never really got into. I don't know if it's really any good, but I think the finale at the time I'm recording this, the finale came out yesterday as I'm recording this. Maybe it's something I can give a chance to. I can watch it, see what I feel. And maybe if there's another season, it's something that can maybe add to the roster. We'll see. But I have to give it a chance first, and I haven't given it a chance. So yeah. So the next piece of hot goss is kind of more adding back onto the Gino Jasmine situation, because I did there was a couple of different things that kind of came back. And this is where they do refer to Jasmine as his ex. So here's what it says. So this is on Screen Rant. So here we go. Gino has fired back at his estranged wife, Jasmine, claims that he uses money to control her. Jasmine and Gino, as we know, have been at odds with the money situation, as we know from previous episodes. So shortly after the allegations aired, Gino shared an Instagram story giving his perspective to, quote, set the record straight. I should like him. To set the record straight. I didn't say it, but anyways. He denied Jasmine's claims that she did not have direct access to his money. Gino wrote that he, quote, opened a joint bank account for Jasmine, plus she has her own. Oh. He claims this was all done only 1 month after she arrived in Michigan, and Jasmine could certainly buy tampons or anything else whenever needed. Gino and Jasmine have very different conflicting views, as we know, of the story. It's likely the truth probably lies somewhere in the middle of that. Because here's the thing. She's not working. She needs him to provide her the money. And without him providing the money to her in order for her to go buy said tampons or whatever else she may need, he needs to give it to her. And at the same time, let's remember, he's not working, right? And he is being very stingent with the money. So I do believe him when he says, I opened this bank account for her, this joint bank account, and she also has her own bank account. I do think that's true. I do. Not to go dark here, but so did Angela. She also did the same thing for Michael. Look how that turned out. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean anything. You can open up a bank account for someone and leave it empty. Like, you know what I mean? Or put very few things in there, whatever. It's like, you know what I mean? So I do think the truth is somewhere in the middle with that as well. I think I don't think it's as serious as she's making it out to be, but I also don't think it's as easy as he's making it out to be. So, yeah. But that's it for the hot goss. Let's jump in to the reason we're here. Love in Paradise Season 4, Episode 10. Our final destination. So let's do Kyle and Annie first. I wrote, why the fuck is this guy smelling his sock? He was literally smelling his sock. It was the weirdest fucking thing. He says, they smell like dirt. Ew. Anyway, he's leaving Malta today and going back to London. He actually has a donation, so that's why he's going to London. He's going to be seeing Annie today, though, before he leaves, so maybe they can just kind of figure their shit out. She's here. Oh, he's waiting for her at whatever place they're at. And she tells him, I feel that you didn't put enough effort into the relationship. And he says, I also feel there are issues with you too. I mean, your ex. I think you didn't take my feelings into consideration. Sir, you didn't take hers into consideration either. You both didn't. You're both in the wrong here. He says, I also have something I am curious about. So here's the thing. I know you weren't ovulating when I had sex with you, but if you got pregnant, it wouldn't be mine. I mean, you had sex with your ex. It's probably his. I think you were trying to pin a baby on me. What the fuck? This guy is ridiculous. She's literally telling you, I'm taking an ovulation test to make sure I didn't ovulate. I'm telling you that even though I probably didn't ovulate, that I still want to do the plan B just to make sure. Can you go buy it for me? And this motherfucker is literally like, I think you're trying to pin it on me. Are you fucking kidding me? She's not trying to pin shit on anybody because she doesn't want a fucking child. You stupid fuck. You should have bought. Okay. Unbelievable. And the other part of this too is just like the classic fucking let me take this off of me when I find out you've had sex with somebody else too. Chances are they're probably the father. It's not me. Like, you, sir, are dumb. You know what I mean? This is so fucking ridiculous. But she says, why would I want a Peter Pan boy as a father to my child? Huh? Oh my God. Then she gets up and she walks away. She's like, you're fucking dumb. Like, I don't want a kid with anybody, but in particular, not with you. Like, are you kidding? He says, well, that didn't go well. Do you fucking think? You're out here accusing her of trying to pin a baby on you, sir. It was never gonna go well. And we see him walking away, and I clocked. Did anyone else clock this? This is the same outfit this man wore on the way there. Sir, no wonder your socks smell like dirt. You haven't washed them. He's only been there a week or whatever it is, right? Was it a week? I think it was a week. Or 2. Was it 2 weeks? Whichever it was. I can't remember if it was a week or 2. He's wearing the same fucking shit that he probably didn't even wash. This is fucking ridiculous. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, he doesn't think that he can fully give up sperm donation for anyone. Well, then live your life alone then, because there's not many people who are going to accept it in the way that you do it. He says that the only silver lining for him is that he can make it to another donation on time because he's leaving early. So it hasn't even been the full 2 weeks. He's leaving early, y'all. So he really didn't wash those clothes, is what I'm trying to get at. Anyway. Bye, Kyle. I hope we never see you again. Now we're with her, and we see her son, and she seems happy. She is happy that she didn't introduce her son to Kyle. I am too. Maybe she can find a loving, I think she's a loving kind of person, or whatever, loving guy, or whatever, that is kind of better than fucking Kyle. I hope so too. I hope I never see her either, because she's not much better. I mean, she's not as bad as Kyle, but she's not exactly. We were all rooting for you, and you completely failed us. Anyways, that's basically it for Annie and Kyle. Thank God it's over. Let's go to Alex and Adriano. So she says, I can't do this, while crying. She's like, he says, I know I made a mistake. It was not something to say. He shouldn't have said it. He says in the moment, I feel, confused. I don't know what's happening. I don't even like Tiffany. She's not my type. That's besides the fucking point, sir. You still said it. It doesn't matter if you're being truthful or not, or joking or not. You said it. And that's the problem. So it's like, how about we just move on from this? And she says, I came here to try to make this work, but I just got confirmation we ain't gonna work. And she's like, I'm not happy. And she's like, I can tell my cousin that I am. I can tell my family that I am. But I'm forcing myself to be happy. And she's like, I want to be married. I want to have kids. And I think that is why I was trying to fit myself into like a box to make this work with you. Finally, she's seeing it. I knew she'd get there. I trusted that she'd get there. But yeah, that's what she says. She says, I'm going home and I'm staying home. So this is it. And he says he feels numb and he blames himself. Yeah, you should blame yourself. And he's like, we have broken up twice before, but I've been the one to initiate those breakups. Now she's doing it. And this feels very different. She gets off the boat and she walks away, leaving him on the boat. Then we get that scene we've been seeing from the very beginning of the show of her crying. And yeah. So the next day we find out that she stayed in a hotel. And he says, I'm mad with myself. I shouldn't have joked about Tiffany. Honestly, sir, that was the tip of the iceberg. The whole threesome thing should have been a dead issue a long time ago. Maybe then you guys would have had a chance in hell. But he says, maybe this can be fixed. I don't know, man. He said, I could prove to her that I could change. You've told her that before and you haven't. And he says, we are with her now. And she is like, she's like, I imagined what, a wedding could have been, what life could have been with him. It would have been like an Italian and black wedding. There's going to be lots of food. But he is at the hotel because he has some stuff for her that she left at his apartment. And she asks, can you drive me to the train station? And he's like, yeah, sure. And he's like, it means more time with you. He's really trying, y'all. And he says, sorry, I didn't quite catch what he said there. Gonna move on. She says, now I can see things clearly. The rain is gone. And we are in the car now. And they are just kind of being giggly with each other. I think in this moment, you could see more why she wanted to make this work with him. But when the reality hits, man, they just don't line up. But this goodbye at they goodbye at the train station, and she's like, sorry, I think he says he's not gonna necessarily give up or whatever. I can't remember. He's like, you just never know. Here's what I predict. I do understand where he says, like, this is different. I'm the one that usually does the breaking up and I go back to her. But you're playing with her. Like, that's not right. I totally get it. But the fact that she's done it, I totally get, like, that feels more final. He does the whole, like, yeah, maybe I need to change and all this. And I don't think this man will ever change. I don't think he's capable of realizing that you need to align. You've lived a life already doing your threesomes and shit. She doesn't want to do them. You can't force her to do them. You gotta let it go and respect that she doesn't want to do them. Just like she needs to respect that he's not going to believe in a higher power because she does. They both have to respect each other. But I do wonder if he were to let go of the threesome thing, if she would let go of the religion. I feel like I don't agree with her doing it, but I do wonder if she held on to the religion aspect of things because he was holding on to the threesome. I do wonder. But anyways, I wouldn't be surprised if we see these two again together and on this show. I would not be surprised if they get back together. I'd actually be shocked if they didn't. But anyways, I don't want them to get back together. I think she could do better and actually find someone who lines up with her values and everything. And he could find what he wants as well. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. But that's basically it for Alex and Adriano. We're going to take a break here. And when we come back, we will jump in with the final two couples. Hi everybody, so I have a new song for you to take a listen to. This song is by Ian McFarland and the song is called Irish Goodbye. And I did get this song from the PodSafe music directory on the World Podcast Network. So if you like the song, you can go down to the show notes where I have links to the song, including the link to the PodSafe music directory. Without further ado, I will play the song for you now. And I am back. So let's talk about Luke and Madeleine. I wasn't quite as much with the other two couples, but there wasn't a lot with a lot of these couples, honestly. But anyways, so Luke is going to be leaving soon. And he's like, I will come back soon. I do want to move here. She's like, will you really, really? And he's like, yeah, I could work in the BRD shop and do nails. Yeah, right. First of all, no, you're not going to work at the BRD shop and at least not doing nails. Maybe you could work on changing BRD shop to beauty shop. Actually, never change. Never change is great. Anyway, he's like, but I do need to know if you will sign this prenup, because as we know, it's a non-negotiable for him. So yeah, I think it was him who said, like, you know, I just want to feel comfortable to take the leap if you sign that prenup, right? So he's like, I am still scared. Or she says, I'm still scared that you don't trust me. But she agrees to sign the prenup. And he's like, yeah, yay, like getting all excited and stuff. And it's like, sir, like, calm down. But he says, like, this shows me her growth. This shows you her growth. Like, she's 19. Anyway, she says, if he does not come back though right away, I will not sign the prenup. He better come back right away. I think he said he's going to come back in like a week or two. What's the point? What's the point of leaving and coming back in 2 weeks? It's more expensive to stay. Anyways, so we see him packing and he's like, yeah, I will be back. Don't you worry. But before he does leave, they end up doing like a hand mold and they decide to do the pinky swear thing because that's kind of their thing, I guess. And they completely screw it up. She potentially adds too much water and like he's trying to like pour some of the water out while their hands are in the mold and it just didn't go good. But eventually they get their hands out and we're going to let it sit and see how it turns out basically. But he's like, yeah, I know this experience of the mold, it just kind of shows like our problem solving skills as a couple. Yeah. He's like, okay, well, I gotta go. So he says goodbye to her. He says goodbye to the dog. And he goes down to, I think he's taking a taxi or something to the airport. She's not going with him. And that's basically it. She like goes out to the balcony waiting to see him. She calls his name and it's like this cute little Romeo and Juliet type situation where, you're saying goodbye from the balcony and whatever. It's whatever. But later on, we see her, opening up the hand mold to see if it went well. She breaks it open and it actually turned out decently. Even despite the fact that it wasn't looking so good, but it turned out pretty okay. And we get classic Madeleine at the end of this where she says, if he doesn't come back when he says he's going to, I'm going to throw this hand mold at his head. And then we get the evil laugh. If they don't come back, I don't care about him. I don't want Luke. I don't care. But I want Madeleine in my life. You better bring her back for next season of Love in Paradise. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, that's it for Luke and Madeleine. It was pretty quick again, because just not as much with the last couple. Well, honestly, the only one we got a lot from was Alex and Adriano, but let's finish this up with Shawn and Alliya. So Shawn is going to be leaving that night, but before he does, we're going to go to a surgery consultation for Alliya. So she wants to look like Kylie Jenner. She wants the thin waist, big butt. I mean, her butt now looks fucking incredible. Sorry guys, my bird is broken because he sees a spider on the ceiling. He's just staring at him. Anyway. But yeah, and I can't reach it from up here. So there we go. Let's go back to the show. So yeah, like her butt's already incredible. But anyways, he agreed to go to this consultation with her, whatever. He says, why would she really want to mess with the things that he loves? You could end up being botched and you're going to mess with the things that I love about you. Well, because Shawn, it's not about you. It's about her. And if she wants to do the things that she wants to do, then let her. Honestly, I don't know, man. Her butt's already big. If she were to add more So her butt, it's gonna look not natural. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I guess if, done by the right people, done right, it could, but I don't know. I think her butt looks incredible already, but that's just me. Anyway, she wants to have a big round butt. She wants to get rid of the fat in her stomach, apply it to the butt. She also wants to do, so this, like her brow bone, I guess she thinks it's too masculine, although I mean, she feels that way, so it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. But I personally don't see what she's talking about. Like, I never really thought a brow line determines whether or not you look masculine or feminine. I never heard that. And in terms of what she's talking about, it's like there's like a bump, which I'm not noticing, but obviously she can see it and feel it or whatever. But I'm confused by it. But anyways, the surgeon basically says like it's a very involved surgery to do that, and it's also very painful and will take a while to heal from. It's very involved, and he doesn't recommend doing any surgery on her brow line. He suggests just adding filler and Botox like above the area so it kind of evens out everything. So she seems okay with that. And then in terms of the fat transfer to her butt, that's pretty doable. And Shawn kind of says like, I'm noticing like, or kind of figuring out here that the fact that she wants to look more feminine is worrying him. And he doesn't want her to do it. Because for him, her to look more feminine would basically maybe not, he wouldn't be as attracted sexually to her if she were to do any surgeries to potentially make her look more feminine. Now, I am curious if Alliya decides that she wants to do top surgery and gender confirmation surgery, how he feels about that, because I don't know if that's something she wants to do or if that's something she wants to even do anytime soon. But if not gender confirmation, I could see her eventually doing top surgery. And how does he feel about that? Because that's potentially a reality. And my question to him is, then why did you propose to her? Knowing that she could decide to do all of those things. Why would you propose? Like, I'm just confused by his kind of worries. Sorry, I had to take a pause there because I was able to kill the spider. Sorry, everybody who likes spiders. My bird's freaking out. Anyways. So yeah, I just question like why he would propose to her if, he's maybe not going to be sexually attracted to her. I mean, I don't know. But now he's getting ready. He's packing. He's going to be leaving. We do find out that they did have sex the night before, literally right before he's leaving. I don't understand. Like, I mean, it's really great that they did. Great, cool. But I mean, I don't know about anyone else, but for those people who are in relationships, this one included, I literally was saying to my boyfriend earlier today, I'm like, I always want you. Like, it's always a thing. Like, it's innate. It's in me. I always want you. I don't understand how you're with someone 24/7 while on vacation and you don't fuck once. I don't get it. I don't get it. No, I understand where he kind of was like, well, I need to feel like the man and whatever, fine, cool. But how her personality may be outside of the bedroom versus in the bedroom are two different things. You have to explore that shit. You know what I mean? Like, my personality ain't the same as I am in the bedroom. I'm a person who takes charge. I do what I gotta do. but sometimes, you know, you don't want to take charge in the bedroom and you want your man to. Like, it's for whatever you're into. So it's just, I felt like it was a bit of a cop out why they hadn't had sex, like, and it was because of him. So, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. At least they did. So they seem fine or whatever. And he says that, he basically, he's gone at that point. He leaves and he takes a car as well. No one's going with their partners to the airport. And, that's basically it. So that's basically it on the season. So final thoughts on the season. I really enjoyed this season. This was a good season. But I feel like last season, I had no issues not covering last season, although we did have like Lydia and Iskla, but I had no issues not covering last season because it just seemed like, ugh. I think who did we also we had? We had, I think Shawn and What's Her Face too was on last season as well, but it just wasn't as good as of a season. I think there was also, What's Her Face? Ranch dressing and Hermans, who were not even in Paradise. They were in Florida. They already got married. We knew that. Like, it was a boring season. This one that came through. It was really good. It was really good. Well done. Well done. Predictions. I don't think we'll ever see Kyle again. Thank God. I hope we never do. I don't want to see him on a single life. Nothing. I want him gone. Bye. It's really nice knowing you. Not. What else? I could, like I said already with Alex and Adriano, I definitely could see them getting back together and being on a new season. So we're on the fence there. We'll see how it goes. And I can see Madeleine and Luke coming back for a new season. And I could also see Shawn and Alliya, if not Love in Paradise, or if they do, we might see another, like, one more season of Love in Paradise with them. If not Love in Paradise, I could see them being on the OG season. If she gets her visa, I could definitely see them on the OG version of 90 Day. 100%. Where this is not the last of them. We're seeing them again. Personally, it's what I think. But that is it for this season in total, Love in Paradise. So if you like what you heard, please rate, review the podcast on either Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Also, don't forget that you can also share us with everyone in your life if you really love this. And I do want to read those reviews. I'm definitely getting 5-star ratings, but I want to read those reviews. So send me those reviews and I will read those 4 and 5-star reviews on the podcast. Also, we're on every one of your favorite podcast apps. Every one of them, including, you can find us on YouTube at Reality Tea Times 2. If you want to connect with us, you can do so by going to either Facebook or Instagram at Reality Tea Times 2. You can also find us on Twitter, TikTok, Reddit at Reality Tea Times 2 pod. We also have our email, which is at realityteatimes2 at hotmail.com. Definitely want to hear from you guys. And we also have our new website where you can listen to all of these episodes. You can review the podcast on there as well. You can connect with me in any way, all the stuff. It's all there, and you can find me there at www.realityteatimes2, all spelled out, .podpage.io. It's there. And don't forget, I also have my other podcast with my friend Mikkel, Next Take Podcast, where we talk about all kinds of different topics. But you can find us on any of your favorite podcast apps over there as well. Or you can also go to YouTube, and you go to Next Take Podcast, as well as our website, which is solo.to/Next Take Podcast. So yeah, there's that, and that's basically that. And again, don't forget, if all of this information is overwhelming, we do have all of the links, everything in our show notes. But that is it for now, guys. Thanks. Bye.